Hello everyone, it's Katrina from the Alluring Bead Boutique, and I'm going to show you a quick little video on how to make your own ear wires. And right now I'm going to show you how to make a longer pair. It's a little bit more ornate. Alright, so what I did, I've got one cut here already, and I'm going to be cutting my wires 2 inches in length. When you have this end of your wire, which is sitting here on this spool, the first thing you want to do is take your flush cutters and snip off the tip so you have a nice flat end right here. Then you're just going to measure out the 2-inch mark, and you're going to flush cut the end here. Since I already have one cut, I don't need the ruler. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to line these two up side by side, just like that. Then I'm going to take the flush side of my cutters, which is the back side here, and I'm going to put it right like that up against the other wire. And I'm just going to make a cut. So now I have two ear pieces that are the same length, and they are flush on both ends. And then what I like to do before I put my wire away is I like to go ahead and snip the tip off here, so when I get ready to use this wire again, I already have a nice flush cut. So we'll put that away. Alright, so I'm back and I'm going to show you the easiest way to make your ear wires so that they match and they look great. I'm going to be using this multi-step looping tool here, and if you don't have one, it's okay, you can use other things. The only thing I suggest that you don't use is your round nose pliers unless you are excellent at making each one the same size. You can do that. I'm going to do it this way because it's super simple. If you don't have one of these, you can get them for about $15 on Amazon. Now I'm going to be using, so you can see here that each barrel is a different size. We have 6 different barrel sizes. For the first loop, I'm going to use the skinniest one here. So I'm going to take these wires and I'm going to put them even, and I'm going to put them flush with the barrel just like that. And I'm just going to roll over the skinniest barrel. I'm going to use my thumb as I go. And I'm just going to roll and roll until my wires are rolled back, just like that. You see how even that came out? Alright, so try not to move your positioning. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use the second to the largest barrel here. So I'm going to put my wires in and make sure that my things are as even as they can be. And I'm going to make these a little bit longer, so I'm going to leave, I don't know, about 1/4 of an inch here between where my rows are, where my loops are here, and where I'm sitting on the wire right here. Then I'm just going to roll this wires backwards, just like that. See what I have? And everything's looking really cool. Now, I need to arch this part back. So to do that, I'm just going to go up against the third, just going up one from where I was at. And I'm just going to take and tilt the wires back like this. And look, I have 2 perfectly matching ear wires. For this next part, if you don't have a file, you can use a salon file. You're just going to take your file and you're just going to go across the flat end on the part that goes through the ear. Just like that. Take your fingers and feel around until you have a nice smooth wire. This wire I'm using, in case you want to know, is, and it's because it's a solid material, I don't have to worry about rubbing any finish off when I file it. This is phosphorus bronze, bare phosphorus bronze. It doesn't have any plating or coloring, and it's a real pretty color, as you can see. And so you can file it without having to worry about the finish because it's a bare wire. So I got that at Hobby Lobby, and I stocked up on a couple of other ones too. Just to quickly show you really quick, you can get the bare copper. You can get the brass, which this is 24 gauge brass, and then I have another brass around here somewhere, if I could find it, which is 18 gauge. 18 gauge is going to be too big for your ear. You don't want to use that. 22 gauge will also work. 20 gauge works really well because 20 gauge is a little bit more sturdy, you know, it's thicker. Now, for the fun part. If you happen to have been using artistic wire that is color-coded over copper, you can wire harden your findings by using a rawhide mallet or nylon mallet. This is nice and stiff, so I'm not going to worry about that. But if I wanted to fancy this up just a little bit, I can take my little bench block here and a chasing hammer, and then we can just tap around up in here and make the little flat place. And then flip it over. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. And I'm just going around my curve up here. And what that does is not only does it create a little, you know, a little flat look to the ear wire, but it also will wire harden it just a little bit more. So, and what you got to do is do your other one. And just tap, tap, tap. Not hitting hard. Flip it over. Tap a little on this side. And then pick up your earrings. And if you have misshaped them any, which I haven't, mine are still really uniform and equal. You can reshape them a little bit on with your pliers, but if you tap nice and even and pay attention to what you're doing, they should work out evenly the same on that. But if you had to, you could bring your looping pliers back in and do a little bit of work. Now, the only thing I'm noticing here is that my little loop right there is just a little bit off, so I'm going to just bring it up just a little like that. So then, now I can have my ear wires ready for my next project. Alright folks, hope you liked that quick and easy tip video on adding that extra little special touch to some of your holiday gifts this year. This is another one of my quick and easy tutorials for gifting through the holiday season. Hope you liked it. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Go check out my webpage for check out my website for patterns, my blog, the bead mat, and a whole bunch of other exciting stuff. We're going to have a great day.